quickly, y'all. It's your girl Ty, not T.I. in the back in these streets with another motherfucking video. You feel me? So y'all, this is another story time. You know, always something, y'all. But it's another story time, something that I experienced or whatever. I'm not gonna say I experienced, kind of like they were just adding me into it, and I kind of felt some way. Like I felt some way because I'm like, why would you even? I'm not even that type of person. Like what? Like okay, go off. You thought you okay? Thought you ate, but go off. So y'all, I have no idea what the title of this is gonna be yet. I'll know when I finish this video. I know, but if you haven't watched a story time, the last two story times, go ahead and watch those. You know, so you can be updated. And then this story time or whatever, go back to the story time when I had on the blue dress because you might be a little confused if you like, well, who is this person? Who is that person? You got to go back to the story time when I had on the blue dress. Then you'll know who's who and what's what and stuff like that. So go ahead and go watch that, then come back and go ahead and watch the other one while you edit and then come back. Okay. So y'all, this story time takes place at the infamous wreck as always. So y'all know that whole little group, that whole little clique I told y'all about or whatever. At this point, like nobody was really like talking to them people or whatever. I'm not gonna say nobody was talking to them. Nobody was talking to the third girl. I keep forgetting her name every single time. Yeah, I really keep forgetting her name. But nobody was talking to the third girl. Excuse me, I know I look kind of crazy right now, y'all. It's just because I just got back in the house and but to snatch all this stuff off. But to snatch his earrings off, put his bonnet on and lay down, you know. But that's the story, y'all. So took place at the famous wreck. Nobody really talked to the third girl because after that situation, like I said, she kind of disappeared, she vanished or whatever. You know, she just kind of was just like, you know, she left. She got the, you know. So we were still talking to No Me Nots and Flip Flop. She didn't really have anything to do with that situation. So we were just like, you know, she was just still there or whatever. So at the time, and my then boyfriend, you know who that is, Leprechaun or whatever. Tricks are for kids. So Leprechaun had this little crew consisted of like, you know, a few people or whatever, you know. So everybody was like always hanging out, always together, and everybody basically had like, I'm trying to remember, y'all, sorry, but basically everybody had like mutual friends. So that's how we was all cool and stuff because we all, you know, knew each other. If you didn't know each other, then you had to know the other person. Like everybody, you know, just kind of knew everybody, you know, like the neighborhoods where everybody was kind of like that. So everybody was hanging together, you know, being cool and stuff. So me and Flip Flop or whatever, we wasn't really that close or whatever due to, you know, the previous click or whatever you can say or whatever. But she was calling Leprechaun her brother and stuff like that. And, you know, me and her, we started, you know, being like more friendly towards each other just because, you know, we hang around the same people, so might as well. So we started getting cool and stuff like that. So it came eventually to like where we will always hang out and everything and stuff like that. So it was this one boy in the the clique or whatever. We gonna call him, what can we call him? We gonna call him Cinnamon Stick. We gonna call him Cinnamon Stick because he looked like the character off of the Applejack cereal box. That's what we call him, Cinnamon Stick or whatever. And he had his girlfriend named Bunny. That's not her real name or whatever, but I'm just gonna give her the name. You know, but her name is Bunny or whatever, just because, you know, to me, she seems sweet, because I never had no issue with her. Flip Flop, she tried to get me not to like Bunny, because she had issues with her, and I'm going to tell y'all why, or whatever, but I'm the type of person where it's like, you know, you can't make me not like somebody, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to have my experience with them, and I'm going to choose if I want to, you know, mess with them or not, whatever it may be. Cool. So Cinnamon Stick and Flip Flop was always messing around, y'all. Like, they was having sexual relations, y'all. Always messing around behind Bunny back. Mind you, Bunny and Cinnamon Stick, they was like, Cinnamon Stick and Bunny, they went together. That was his girl, and he was, you know, her boyfriend or whatever the case may be. But they was always messing with each other behind Bunny back and stuff like that. So, me being me, I'm out my business. I'm out my business because that don't really have nothing to do with me. I was just there, you know. I was just like, oh, okay. Not there, per se, but it's more so like, I was one of the people who knew, but it was just like, I'm not going to say nothing because that's not my business. I don't got nothing to do with that. And, you know, I'm going to stay out the mix. So they was always messing with each other behind Bunny back. And it came to a point where Bunny knew something was going on, but she didn't know that they was having sexual relations. So, like, she would always try to be by Cinnamon's thick side, always be with him and things like that. You know, eventually came to a point where, like, okay, she's always with him. And then, Flip Flop would always get irritated because she's like, why is she always with him? And woo to woo, like, I don't even, you know, like, she's doing too much. Like, that's about to be my nigga, and she don't even know. I'm about to take her nigga and stuff like that. And I'm just saying here, like, you know, you a little wrong. But at the time, we wasn't, I'm not gonna say at that time, we wasn't close friends. We were just cool. And I'm just like, I mean, do you? I mean, do you? You can do what you want to do, you know, shit. So, Bunny and Flip Flop, they will always like get into it or whatever, but they would never fight. So they were always like, you can tell every time Bunny would come around, it's always some type of tension. It's always some type of, why are you here? And she's like, why are you here? You know what I'm saying? But it's like, y'all, Cinnamon Stick is messing with both of y'all, like, okay. But it was always some type of tension between them, regardless of the fact. So we're gonna fast forward to having sexual relations or whatever. We're gonna fast forward to the next part. So fast forward, I was about to fight this girl or whatever. Basically, sorry y'all. I'm trying to remember because y'all, it was y'all like a while ago. It wasn't that long, but it was low key a while ago. That's what I'm trying to remember everything or whatever that happened. So about to fight the girl. We're gonna give her the name Big Baddie. We're gonna give her the name Big Baddie only because, you know, I'm not trying to be funny, but, you know, she's big bone. So, you know, that's why we're gonna give her the name Big Baddie or whatever. I mean, I am too, but, you know, hey. But that's what we just said, Big Baddie too. So we give her the name Big Baddie or whatever. So me and Big Baddie was about to fight because this was the fight. Okay, we was about to fight because her nigga was trying to talk to me, right? And me being me, I'm like, who is this? So, you know, he was trying to talk to me and stuff like that. So I'm like, I was confused or whatever. So the people that was in the crew and who was my friends at the time or whatever, they was like, you know, he go with, you know, Big Baddie and so I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, I wasn't gonna talk to him anyways. Like, I go with Leprechaun, so I'm not gonna do that. But like, like, I wasn't gonna talk to him anyways, but like, okay, like, that's good for him. So he was still trying to, like, he was persistent with it, still trying to talk to me. I'm like, I go with, you know, I ain't doing that. I go with Leprechaun, stuff like that. So he was just basically still like, he don't really care for real type stuff. So I'm over here like, you know, don't you got a girl, whatever. He was like, he basically saying like he don't care about her, stuff like that. He gonna do what he wanna do. So I'm like, oh, okay, you know. Damn. So then she messaged me. If I can show the messages, y'all, I will. Because last time I tried to show the messages and it wasn't showing everything that was said in the last story time or whatever. Like the video before this, the last story time, whatever, it wasn't trying to show all the messages. But this one I'm going to try it, whatever. If I can show the messages, I can. So I forgot who messaged who first. I really forgot. But basically, long story short, me and her had a conversation or whatever. And she basically was like, was my nigga trying to talk to you? And I was like, yes, like, he was trying to talk to me or whatever. And I feel like she was low-key getting smart in the messages because, first of all, this is not the first time he tried to talk to a girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just think she said something to me because, like I said, I was new there. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was new. I was fresh meat. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't know nobody. So that's why I feel like she was trying to, you know, get smart. But I'm like, don't try to press me, don't try to base me. Because I'm not your child. I'm not none of that. So don't do that. So we had a conversation and stuff like that. And I told her what it was. And she was like, oh, okay. Because he made it sound like it was something else. I was like, it ain't nothing else. It's nothing. Like, I don't want him. So she was like, oh, okay, cool. So I'm thinking we squashed it. I'm thinking we did it. It was okay. It was good. It was, you know, it was all right. So after that or whatever, she was like, not after that, she was like, nothing. Basically, word of mouth, basically, like, you know, if you don't know, people talk or whatever. So word of mouth or whatever. And I heard that she was like still talking about something. I'm going to beat her ass when I see her and this, that, and the third. And you know what I'm saying? I don't like her. And she tried to talk to my nigga. I'm so confused. I'm like, girl, we literally just had a conversation and you want to have fake beef. And me, I don't beef with people. I don't beef with people at all. If you don't like me, okay, that's fine. Do you. Everybody's not going to like you. That's fine. But, like, you stood up here trying to have fake beef. I don't understand. Like, we had a conversation. And I thought that we did it. Like, you were just like, okay. And I was like, okay. And there was nothing else to be said. Like, okay. But then you want to sit up and continue to talk about me. Like, I don't understand that. So basically, long story short, she was like, she was going, you know, when she see me, she gonna approach me and, you know, basically saying fighting words. And I was like, oh, okay. So when you see me, oh, okay. So I took it for myself. I was like, okay. She said she gonna see me and we not doing that or whatever. I'll personally bring myself to you. So you said you was gonna give me the ass whooping that you was gonna give me. No, I want you to give me the ass whooping that you said you was gonna give me. So I'm gonna bring myself to you. You know what I'm saying? So, and at that time, I didn't like, now I have more patience now. Then I didn't have that much patience. I didn't have that much patience. I was type just like, you wanna fight? Okay, we can, you know what I'm saying? And whatever is in my vicinity, whether I don't plan to lose. So whatever is in my vicinity, I'm gonna pick it up. You know what I'm saying? So, I had seen her at some type of park with like water and stuff like that. I don't remember what it was, but like, I think I had seen her at some park. It was like me and like the whole crew. So we was all just walking. We didn't even plan on, you know, well, I didn't plan on fight her. Let me say, I didn't plan on fight her. But when I seen her, I was just like, oh, okay, let me take it for myself to go over there because you said you was going to hand me an ass whipping. So, you know what I'm saying? For no reason, because your nigga want to talk to me. So I went over there, y'all. And like, so I said, what's up? I was just like, what's up? You know, I'm here. I was just like, what's up? I didn't say it like that, y'all. But I was like, so what's up? I'm here. Like, you said you were gonna be my ass, so I'm right here. And she was like, basically like, girl, I don't got time for you. Like, you're doing too much woo-woo, whatever. But as she was saying that, though, she was like starting to take off her stuff. So me being me, I'm like, oh, I see you taking off your stuff. Okay, all right. So I'm like, I'm ready. Like, I'm prepared. I'm ready. So you wanna fight? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just asking, do you wanna fight? And she not saying nothing. I'm saying, do you wanna fight? So she not saying nothing. So I stepped up to her, or whatever. Got in her face. I said, do you want to fight or whatever? And then she just looking at me like, you know. So then after that, I swung on her, and then, you know, she swung on me back, and we started fighting or whatever. So after the fight is done, get up. When I get up, I kick her or whatever. And then when I kick her, somebody had picked me up, and it was like, Ty, stop, you know, doing the most or whatever. They was like, Ty, stop or whatever. So we low-key had to hurry up and get away because the police was coming. That's what they said. They said the police was coming, so I was just trying to hurry up and go because nobody was trying to do that. I was just trying to get my ones and go. So as we were walking away, the boyfriend was coming up behind me with brass knuckles. So that's when he was like, Ty, watch out or whatever. So I turned around, and then when he had the brass knuckles, he was just like standing there with him. I can't explain. Like, okay, like he was standing with the brass knuckles, but he was like this. Like, just standing with the brass knuckles, just looking at me. And I'm like, if you want to swing, swing. I'm like, I'm not scared whether I win or lose. I'm not scared. Like, if you going to swing, swing. Like, you can fight me too. It is what it is. So he was just standing right there. That's when two of my friends or whatever, they had got in front of me. Like, they was the boys or whatever. They had got in front of me. And they was basically like squaring up with him type of stuff. So they didn't fight. We walked over, walked away. Fast forward. Apparently, her and Flip Flop had got into. Oh, I did not say that. So, her and Flip Flop that same day, all that stuff went down with the boyfriend and stuff like that. That same day, Flip Flop and her, they was arguing or some stuff, but they wasn't. You could tell they wasn't about to fight because her and Flip Flop, they were just arguing in each other's faces, like just yelling, you know, back and forth. But they was like in each other's faces, and I'm just looking. Like, I'm not saying if I'm just looking. I'm just over here like they're like. You can tell when somebody about to fight. You can tell when somebody not about to fight. And they were not about to fight. They were just doing it for sure. Like, she had a crowd of people looking, and you did that for sure or whatever. So, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't about to fight or whatever. And then after me and the girl had fought, and she was like, yeah, I'm going to beat her, you know, beat her ass with a whoop. And I see her too because she got one coming from me. And I'm over here like, I really just feel like, you know, you just did that so you can have some type of beef, or you can have some, you just wanted to be in a conversation. Like, y'all didn't really have no reason to argue in the first place. You know what I'm saying? And now that I think about it, me and her didn't really have no reason either. It was just more so like talking and just like, you know, you mad over because you're what your nigga doing. And no funny, we could have said about it and talked about it now that I think about it. But at the time I wasn't thinking. I was just like, okay, you want to fight me over your nigga that wants me, and I don't even want him, but so we can fight, we can do that, you know. But old news. So fast forward, I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, so fast forward. So after that or whatever, like I want to say like a week or two after that situation had occurred or whatever, me and the girl, like, we still don't speak. none of that or whatever. Because I'm the type of person, like, when I fight you, there's no trying to be friends. There's no trying to, oh, yeah, we can. No, like, it doesn't matter what we fought over. It's just the fact that it took me that much to put my hands on you. And I'm not about to be your friend after that. We can at least be, you know what I'm saying? You know, we can at least be cordial, or, you know, that's it. But we can't be friends. I can't be friends with you. So after that or whatever, he was trying to, not he was, but her boyfriend was trying to speak to me after the situation or whatever type stuff. And I just, you know, I was just cool, and I was just like, it is what it is, but I'm not your friend. I don't care for you. Like, it is what it is. So after that, whatever, like I said, the week or two after that, it was me, Flip Flop, it was No Me Nots, it was Leprechaun. We gonna call, it's a big one, it's a little one. They're not brothers and they don't look alike or none of that, but they just got the same name. But we gonna call the little one, we gonna say his name is Lil Ike, and then we got Big Ike, and then I think that was it. It was just me, No Me Nots, Flip Flop, it was Leprechaun, Lil Ike, and Big Ike. And that was that. So it was just one day, like, we was all just chilling, cooling, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't nothing to do, really. We were just all out. We was just out all day, just, you know, doing dumb stuff. Not dumb stuff, but, like, just chilling all day. So when it came nighttime or whatever, like, everybody was just like, okay, so what y'all want to do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Do y'all want to go home, or do y'all want to do something else? So, you know, I'm just like, I really don't care. Like, nothing like that. But I'm saying, like, I mean, if y'all want to have fun, I mean, we might as well. I mean, yeah. But if everyone wants to go home, then we can go home. You know, it don't really matter to me. So that's when everybody had agreed, like, okay, we gonna go to a hotel for the night or whatever, so, and we gonna leave in the morning, you know, type stuff. So we like, oh, okay, we about to do that, whatever it may be. So on the way to the hotel or whatever, it's me, No Me Nots, and Flip Flop, and we all talking and stuff, and they basically saying what they're gonna do, and, you know, who they're sleeping with and things like that. So at first, No Me Nots was basically like she wanted to sleep with Big Ike or whatever. And Flip Flop, she wasn't really saying nothing at first, but, like, every time No Me Nots would say something about Big Ike or whatever, Flip Flop would give her this look, basically like, no, he's mine. Basically, that's the look she would give her type stuff. So that's when we had got close to the hotel, No Me Nots had called her baby father or whatever. She called her baby father and she told him that she was going to the hotel, which I personally feel like, girl, if you really wanted to go, like, you wouldn't have called them. Like, I mean, you do what you want, you grown, but, like, girl, you didn't, like, if you really wanted to go, like, you should have called him. You should have left until the next day. He wasn't even calling her phone, y'all, or none of that. She took it upon herself to call him. He was not even worried about her. He didn't call her the whole day at all. But y'all, she called him and she was like, hey, I'm about to go to this hotel with my friends and stuff like that. It's cool if I go, woo woo. So see, me, when she said that, whatever, he's like you could hear him cursing on the phone. He was like, you better get your ass back in this house. Woo woo woo. I swear to God, I'm not playing with you. If you don't come back in this house, it's gonna be a problem, type stuff. So she basically like, I gotta go, y'all. I'll see y'all later, woo woo. And we're all just like, are you serious? And she's like, yeah, y'all have fun. I gotta go because he tripping, he doing too much, you know? So I'm like, okay, be safe. Shortly after that, Lil Ike, I don't know if he would plan on, you know, staying there, I don't know. But Lil Ike, he had ended up leaving and going home too. So after that, it was just me, Leprechaun, Big Ike. It was Big Ike and it was Flip Flop. So we all chilling, going to the hotel. So on our way there or whatever, so it's kind of like separated. So Big Ike and Leprechaun, they talking, and me and Flip Flop is talking. So we talking and stuff like that. And she basically saying she think Big Ike is cute. And I was like, oh, like, you know, like, being the wing woman that I am, I was like, oh, you think he's cute or whatever. So she was like, yeah, like, you know, I think he's cute or whatever. She said, I'm gonna sleep with him or whatever. So I'm like, you know what, go ahead, do you, whatever. So eventually when she said sleep with him, I didn't think sexual relations. What I thought when she was saying that she was gonna sleep with him, I thought, okay, they're gonna share a bed together. That's what I originally thought, whatever, when she said that. So, but yeah, she had said that she thought he was cute and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. So we had, you know, made it clear that she was gonna sleep in the bed with Big Ike or whatever. But it wasn't just beds. It was like 2 beds. We had like a living room, like a couch, a TV and stuff, and then you also had like a bathroom. So even if she didn't want to sleep on the bed with Big Ike, it was a whole couch right there, and I think it was a pull out too if she didn't want to. Whatever. So when we got to the hotel, it was cool and stuff. We played, oh, this is nice, and Leprechaun was like, yeah, you know, I don't do no cheap stuff, I do all nice stuff. Yeah, I was there. So he kept saying that, and yeah, I remember in my head, like, I was just like, okay, like, that was a red, I mean, I'm not saying that wasn't a red flag, but in my head, I should have been like, boy, it's a hotel, like, okay, like, you better have got a nice one. But like, it was just, at the time, I wasn't doing so much, but in my head, I was just like, okay, like, all right. You know, Big Ike, he wasn't doing all that. Like, he chill. Like, he's type of person, like, he chill. He don't do all that extra stuff. Like, he just sit back and observe, or he sit back and he just be chilling or whatever. So we had went to the I think the first place we had went to was the room. So we went to the room. Everybody put their stuff down, their bags down and stuff. So we all had put our stuff down and stuff like that. So then after that or whatever, when we did that, they started, you know, rolling up or whatever. Oh no, I'm sorry. We had went outside. We went to the rooftop, and Big Ike and Leprechaun had started rolling up, and me, I was just, you know, chilling, sitting and looking at the view, taking pictures and stuff like that, because I don't smoke or whatever. So they was all just smoking and stuff. I probably took like 1 hit. I don't even think I smoked. If I did smoke, I don't remember, but I really do not think I smoked, because like I said, yeah, I don't smoke or whatever. So they was all just smoking or whatever, just chilling, a campfire. So when it started getting a little cold or whatever, we all was like, all right, we about to go back inside, chill. So they had ordered food for us. Big Ike and Leprechaun had ordered food for us or whatever, and you know, we had ate some carry out, and they had ate some pizza or something. I forgot what they ate, but God, we ate food. I was, you know, I was content. I had ate food. I was in a nice bed. I was about to take my ass to sleep, okay? I was going to sleep. After I ate that food, I had nigga-itis, okay? I was tired after I ate that food. I was done. I was like, I'm about to go to bed. So I had, you know, freshen up, and I had, after I freshened up, went in the bed and stuff. So when I look over, I see that Big Ike and Flip Flop, they is in the bed, you know, together and stuff like that. So when I first look, I see she's smiling. I'm like, okay. I do another look, and I look at her, and she look at me, and she just smiling. Yeah, don't y'all know when, like, I don't know how to describe it. Y'all know, like, them schoolgirls that be real giddy when it's like they crush, and they like, oh my God. That's how she was smiling. And so I'm like, okay, you know, okay, she's smiling, she look like she happy or whatever. So let me go ahead and mind my business, you know. I said my boyfriend at the time was right there, so I'm like, let me go ahead and cuddle up and go to sleep. So me and my boyfriend, we were just in my boyfriend at the time, sorry y'all. We had got in the bed, went to sleep or whatever. We didn't really do nothing. We just, you know, cuddle, kiss a little bit, and then went to sleep. So after that or whatever, they wake up, everybody wake up and stuff. So when we wake up, Big Ike and Leprechaun, they instantly start rolling the J or whatever. So when I look over, I noticed that Big Ike and Flip Flop, they were still laying beside each other or whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. So we all just, you know, get up and stuff, go out or whatever. So she pulled me to the side. I don't know if she said it when we was even walking out the door, or I don't know if she said it when we was in the living room. I can't remember, but she pulled me to the side, and we were nowhere by them or whatever. And like, she was just basically like, so I gotta tell you something or whatever. And I'm like, what? And she basically like, you know, me and Big Ike, we had sexual relations. And I'm like, you're lying. And she's like, no, I'm dead serious. I'm like, you're lying. And she's like, I'm dead serious. I'm like, oh my God, you don't get it. I said, get it, I guess. I was like, okay. I said, did you like it? Like, was it good? And she was like, yeah, it was good. And I'm just like, okay. That's why y'all in a good mood. Y'all got the glow and everything. So Leprechaun pretty much knew what happened or whatever, and like he was just smiling or whatever. Like, don't you know like when people know something, like they know some tea and they just looking, but they just not trying to make it too obvious. That's what he was doing, but he was making it hella obvious, low key. Now that I think about it, he was, but like y'all, he was just looking and smiling like at Big Ike and Flip Flop because yeah. So after that, or whatever, we went home and stuff. After the hotel or whatever, me and Flip Flop, we had actually gotten closer or whatever after that or whatever, meaning like, we gave each other our numbers and stuff, changed numbers. We would always talk on the phone, stuff like that. I would post on my story. I claimed her as a friend. I'm like, this is my friend, stuff like that. So, and if we see each other, we would give each other hugs, stuff like that, go to the store together, stuff like that. So, after a while, like, what we gonna call him? Cause I don't even know what name to call him, y'all. That's the whole kill. We gonna call him, damn. I don't wanna be rude though. We gonna give him the name Pimple Stick. Okay, the reason his name is Pimple Stick is just because he looks dirty and like he just looks dirty or whatever, and like y'all know them people that like they got a whole bunch of stuff all over their face, like look like they don't wash their face, that's it. So we gonna call him Pimple Stick or whatever. So out of the blue, Pimple Stick just pop up out of nowhere, like stuff like that. So I guess that was her boyfriend or whatever before he had left, like basically stopped coming to the rec for a while, but then he popped up back up, at the rec, or not at the rec. We wasn't at the rec, we was somewhere else or whatever, but he had popped back up or whatever, and basically like it was just basically like, oh, all of a sudden they back together again, because when he was gone she was single, and now they back together. Now that he popped back up, they just magically back together. Or I'm not gonna say they back together, but they doing relationship stuff. So if you were just somebody walking by, you assume that they was together. So we cool and all that stuff. When they first got together, it was like the honeymoon stage, stuff like that. So like it would be time, but like they be, sorry y'all, it would be time when they be fighting y'all. Like when I say fighting y'all, I mean like fighting. They be like getting it in, fighting or whatever. And like I wasn't there every single time, but like the times when I was there or whatever and they was fighting, like I would have to break it up, because I'm like, all right, chill. And he over here like, nah, bro, because she with that. And she over here like, nah, bro, because he with that. One time she put her hands on me, like, y'all, like I was trying to break it up, right? And she had got mad at me and she pushed me. And I'm like, I'm trying to save you, like I'm trying to save you. Why you pushing me? Like, she's like, no, I don't care because he be doing me wrong. And I'm just over here like, okay, I'm her friend, let me just, she only did that because she was mad, y'all. When that's not really why, but I'm going to tell y'all though. But, yeah, so every time they would be fighting, I would break it up, trying to be Captain Save her, which I do not need to be doing, but I just be feeling bad. So I just be trying to, diffuse the situation sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, majority of the time I'm mind my business, but sometimes if it's like, depends on how close I am to you or whatever, I be trying to break stuff up, diffuse it, like, okay, y'all doing too much, like, it don't need to go that far. It was one day when we was all chilling, like, yeah, it was one day we was all chilling. I don't think Leprechaun was around, and if he was, I can't remember if he was, but we was all chilling, and there was like some people outside and stuff like that, and like around the wreck and stuff like that. So Flip Flop had told Pimple Stick that she had got, I don't want to say the word, I don't want to get demonetized, nothing like that, but she had told Pimple Stick that she had got sexually assaulted by Big Ike or whatever. So she had said that or whatever, and when she said that, she had like came to me and she had brought me to him and basically was trying to get me to like have her back type stuff. So she was like, then he like trying to like coerce me and try to tell me, basically trying to be like, he did this, right? Like didn't he do it? And I'm over here like, what are you talking about? And she's talking about some, he sexually assaulted me when we was in the hotel, things like that. And I'm over here like, I'm literally just so confused. I'm like, what are you talking about? And she's talking about something like she kept saying the R word or whatever. So I'm just gonna say RP. I'm just gonna say that, and if you know what the word is, you know what the word is or whatever. But she just kept saying he RP'd her or whatever. So, and I'm over here like, no, he didn't, because that's not what you told me. And then Pimple Stick just looking at me like, what? Like, what are you talking about? He looked at me and then he looked at her like I'm about to F you up. So that's when she like, no, he RP'd me, whatever. She just kept saying it over and over. So I'm over here looking at her like, no, he didn't, or whatever. I said, why are you lying on this man name? I said, no, he didn't. So me and her, we low-key got into it or whatever, because I'm like, look, I'm cool with you and all, and I really do claim you as a friend. But my whole thing is, though, you cannot be lying about stuff like that, because stuff like that is serious. Like, people really be going to jail for stuff like that. And you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you cannot be lying on this man name, because first of all, he's not even the type of person to do that. Like, he's chill. Like, when I tell you he's chill, like, he's one of the chillest people that I know. Like, he be chilling. So she was like, I don't even care. Like, I don't care what you got to say. Like, just doing it. Like, I don't care what you got to say. And I'm just over here looking at her like, girl, like, you're mad because you're lying. Like, I'm just looking at her like she, like, I'm like, is she all something? Like how one day you said that y'all had sexual relations, and then you was smiling, because I was there. Like, you was smiling and everything, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then the morning after, girl, you had the glow, girl, all that, and now you saying he RP'd you. I'm like, what? So after that or whatever, shortly after that, I kind of distanced myself from her. Like, I wasn't really talking to her like that, because I was like, nah, like, I said, if you gonna sit up there and lie or something like that, I don't want to be proud of none of that. Like, don't even put me in that, because I don't, no ma'am. So after that or whatever, I can't remember who, but either me or Leprechaun had ended up telling Big Ike, and when we told Big Ike, one of whoever told him or whatever, he like, y'all, he was mad, like, he was pissed. He was like, sorry y'all, but he was mad, he was pissed. He was basically like, you know what I'm saying, like what are you talking about, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't even do no stuff like that, no wild stuff like that. And he was basically like, you know what I'm saying, I wouldn't even have to do no stuff like that, whatever. He basically saying, if you do that, then like, you thirsty, like, you know what I'm saying? So he was just going on a rant and stuff, and I was like, I feel him like, I was like, because I realized, you know, I really mess with him like that. He's really like a brother to me or whatever. So I should have said Brody. If that was the case, I should have said, instead of Big Ike, I should have said Brody. We're going to change his name to Brody. Okay, we're going to change his name to Brody. So Brody was just going off on a rant or whatever and stuff like that. So, word of the mouth, basically, she was changing up the story. So instead of she was saying it was just him RP her, she changed it to when he was RPing her or whatever, Tab talking about me or whatever. So talking about some Tab was up and she was watching and stuff, and she ain't do nothing to help me and stuff like that. So I was like, what? I was like, first of all, that's me personally, I don't know about anybody else, but me personally, that's something disturbing to watch. Like, I'm not gonna sit up there and just look at you and no, I'm gonna help. Like, first of all, I wouldn't ever sit there, first of all, because I've been in a situation where I could have, like, it didn't happen to me, you know, thank God, whatever, but like, I could have been in a situation like that and I would have wanted somebody to help me. I'm not gonna sit up there and let something like that happen to you, you know what I'm saying? Especially if I call you my friend. Like, that's just wrong. So she said that or whatever, then she changed it again to, oh yeah, Ty was watching, but Leprechaun was asleep, but like he was half asleep and some other stuff. And then she changed it. She changed the story about 3 times, y'all. Then she said, oh yeah, Ty, she wasn't just sitting up there watching, but like, you know, she knew what was going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, she knew what was going on. She heard me making noises and stuff. First of all, I was the first one asleep. Let's just make that clear. When we was in the hotel, I was the very first one asleep. Okay. Leprechaun had to sleep after me, and I know that for a fact, because if he was up or whatever, I would have felt him or whatever. But like, he went to sleep after me, and then whatever y'all was doing, you know, I wasn't really paying attention to y'all, because I was focused on going to sleep. But like, I was the first one in there to sleep, so if anything happened, I wouldn't have known. You know what I'm saying? You talking about you was making noises, girl, but when you told me in the morning, you was like, it was fine, you know, it was good, all that. Talking about something, and then before I even did anything, you said that he was cute and you wanted to sleep with him. I'm thinking you wanted to sleep in the bed. That's not what you meant, though. Okay. So after that or whatever, y'all, I was like, you know, but let me call my best friend. You know, as always, I always call her. I even call her or my cousin. My cousin always, I always call them for advice and stuff like that. So I basically told my best friend about the situation. And y'all, when I was telling her, y'all, I'm not gonna lie, you know, I might think I was doing too much, but nah, like, I called her or whatever, and I cried. Like, I really started crying on the phone, because I was like, stuff like that is serious. It's like, you don't make no serious allegations like that. Like, people go to jail for that. Like I said, people go to jail for that. You could ruin somebody's life like that. You know what I'm saying? And I was just really so hurt because I'm like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you gonna lie on me like that? And then on top of that, like, I'm not even the type of female that would just sit there. Like, me personally, I feel like if you're a female and you know, just sit there and something like that is going on, you know what I'm saying? Then you did ass the hell wrong. I couldn't even live myself if I let something like that happen. I would have helped you, girl. We would have been jumping him together. Like, we would have been jumping together whether we win or lose or not. It don't even matter. Would have been grabbing lamps. Anything that we could have grabbed, we would have been hitting him with it. Simple. You know what I'm saying? But that's not what happened, though. So for you to create a false narrative, no. So I was just crying to her, and she basically like giving me advice and telling me what was up, and she basically like, you know how you are, and you know what you did, you know what happened, and if anything, you know, really happened, like anything serious really happened, then tell the truth. Don't lie. She was like, tell the truth. And I'm about to be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay. So after that situation happened, I was still talking to Brody or whatever about it, and he was basically like, she gonna have to get a kit, a RP kit or whatever, basically like take a test to see if, you know, that really happened, because, you know, you can get tests or whatever. So, you know, obviously she wasn't trying to take the test. She wasn't even trying to go to court or none of that. Like, me personally, like, if, like, God forbid, but if something like that was to happen or whatever, I want to take a test kit, all that, go to court, everything. I don't care. Like, I'm going to be traumatized, but, like, look, I got to get some type of justice. The girl didn't want to take no kit, you know, no test, no nothing. Didn't even want to go to court, none of that. She just told myself, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. But he RP'd me. Like, what? So after that or whatever, you know, he was just kind of mad. He was like, he was thinking about taking her to court. And I was like, I mean, do what you gotta do, because I understand how you feel. Like, somebody lying on your name. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's different if it was like, it was forced, it wasn't forced. Like, she already said she didn't want to do it before we even went to the hotel. So, highly confused. So after that or whatever, I cut her off. Completely cut her off after that. Because at first, I just distanced myself. And then when I did myself, she was still, you know, speaking, like, trying to, like, be in my face and stuff like that, you know. But I had cut her off after that situation. And not just because of that. It was because when she had said that, oh, yeah, you know, I was in on it and stuff like that, and just lying and stuff, she was also, like, talking about me, like, you know, just talking bad about me. Besides that situation, she was just talking, like, running her mouth. So after that, I had cut her off, because I'm like, you know what I'm saying, use anything and you do too much and use anything as person. So I'm just going to cut myself off from you, because nobody got time for that negative energy. And if you want to lie, you can lie on your own time. But we ended up finding the reason she lied. She lied because she didn't want Pimple Stick to be her ass, because like I said, like, they was always fighting each other. And sometimes she would sit there, sometimes she would fight back, but, you know, sometimes she would just sit there and he would just, you know, beat her up type stuff. And that's why she lied, because she didn't want him to beat her, like beat her or whatever. So I understand that you didn't want him to beat you, but, like, you didn't have to lie. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to lie. You could have just left him. Like, you know what I'm saying? I would have helped you jump him. Like, no funny. I would have helped you. Come to your house with the quickness. Call me. Like, I'm so serious. Like, I'm laughing. I'm so serious. I would have came, like, off the rip. I would have came. No questions asked. Yeah, okay. One call, okay. That's it. Call me, okay, that's it. Like, we're done. He's done. Okay, I'm gonna pull him on the back. You know what I'm saying? Distract his ass. I'm gonna pull him on the back. I got you. So yeah, y'all. So after that, like a while after that, Pimple said call my phone out of nowhere. Out the blue. I'm in the house chilling. So I know y'all hear that music or whatever from my goddamn neighbors. They always playing music, but the music be good though. It be good, so it's fine. It's good music, so it's fine. So y'all, he called my phone out the blue, Pimple Stick or whatever, which is her boyfriend or whatever he is to her. So I was in the house. I was fixing food because my brother, they're not my blood brothers or whatever, but you know what I'm saying. I look at them as brothers. You know what I'm saying. I basically consider them family, even though we're not blood. So I was fixing them some food because I had made some spaghetti or whatever, and I was fixing them some spaghetti. So he called my phone basically, and when he called my phone, he was yelling and screaming and stuff like that, talking about some Ty, what she do. I'm over here like, what are you talking about? So he's talking about some, tell me who she was, you know, tell me who she was having sexual relations with and what she was doing when I was gone. Basically that period of time when she was messing with Cinnamon Stick and the girlfriend and, you know, Brody, and when she was, you know, just, you know, in the streets, you know, when she was just in the streets. So basically, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I really wasn't trying to say nothing at first. I was just like, I don't want to say nothing, you know what I'm saying? Cause like, you know, I don't got time for that, and just keep me out of this. I don't know nothing about nothing. Don't even ask me. So he was like, bro, I know you know, like, he was like, Ty, I know you, like, you be knowing, so you just don't say nothing or whatever. I say, yeah, you right, because I don't want to be in no drama, no mix, no nothing. So she's in the background screaming, yelling, talking about something. You say something, B, I'ma kill you. I'm gonna F you up if you say something. She said, don't say nothing. And I'm over here like, who she thinks she's talking to? I was like, who she thinks she's talking to? Like, you know, I'm laughing because it's funny now, but at the time, oh no, I was mad. I was pissed. I was mad. So I'm like, who she thinks she's talking to? I said, you talking to me. I said, you don't scare me. You don't scare me, honey, at all. Like, I know you. I know what you're about. You don't scare me at all. Please stop. So, and even if you was about something, man, I'm going to die with dignity, okay? Sure, I'm going to die with dignity. Man, but like, you don't scare me. Like, you want to yell and scream through the phone, you know? So she just talking her stuff while she through the phone. And I'm over here like, okay, so since you want to talk now, you want to talk of this big bad wolf stuff. Now I'm really about to, you know, say what I have to say. So he was asking me a question, and I was like, oh yeah, she was sleeping with this, that, and third person. You know, she did this. I wasn't saying everything, but I was saying like, you know, a little bit of stuff, but not too much to the point where he really won't be pissed. But just a little bit of stuff, just to make him mad, whatever. And it wasn't like it was facts because, you know, I was either dead or, you know what I'm saying, like, word of the mouth. So I told him or whatever, and he was like, see, I knew you was a hoe, I knew you was a slut, woulda woo, done with you, woulda woo. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I probably shouldn't have done that. But it just kind of made me mad because, girl, like, you're still talking behind the screen, and then on top of that, like, you're trying to intimidate me, like, you're trying to talking about something. Oh, you better not say nothing, and if you say something, I'm gonna kill you, woulda woo. I'm like, oh, okay, so now I'm really about to, you know, I'm really about to burst your bubble now, since you want to try to threaten me, because off the phone, I didn't even say anything. Like, he the one who's talking to me. I'm over here on the phone like, well, I don't want to say anything, like, I don't know nothing, so, you know what I'm saying, like, kind of wasting your time. And she over here back, say something. I'm over here like, okay, now I'm ready to say something. So after that, whatever, I had said, I had told him who she had slept with, which was like, you know, at that time it was like 3 people. It was like 3 people at the time, yeah. And then I had told him, like, you know, what happened in the hotel, because he had asked me too. He had said, so what really happened in the hotel and stuff like that. He asked me, basically talking about something like, what really happened, because, you know what I'm saying, she's saying he RP'd her, but what really happened. And I told him what happened, and I told him what happened. I told him what she said was that she said that she thought he was cute and, you know, things like that. And that's when he was like, I'm done with you, woo. So after that, whatever, that's when she, like, while he was screaming or whatever, like, while he was arguing, she was trying to grab for the phone already. But after he had said that, she had got a hold of the phone. And when she got a hold of the phone, she was like, what did she say? Oh yeah, she was like, I'm done with you. You was a fake B. Woulda woo. I'm just over here like, I don't care. I said, I don't care. I said, you already was talking. I said, you was already popping your guns before I even said anything. I said, I never even said nothing to nobody. I said, but since you want to pop your gun, now I'm about to tell him what you really did, since you want to be a liar. Like, you know what I'm saying? So after that, she was like, F your parents, F your dead people, woulda woo. And anybody who knows me, my parents, they passed away. You know what I'm saying? My parents passed away when I was like 1. So that kind of hit a core spot, whatever. And me being a person, you can say whatever you want about me. I don't care what you say about me. But don't come for nobody that I care about. Don't come for my parents. Like, them right there, that's going to set me off. Like, I'm going to tell you right now, that's going to set me off. That's going to make me mad. That's going to be like, okay, you know, I'm dropping everything I'm doing. I don't care what it is. I'm going to drop it and I'm going to, you know, handle that. So as soon as she said that, I said, okay, I said, okay, back. I said, where you at? I said, where you at? She talking about something. I'm over here on woulda woo street, and you're not gonna pull up, and you're not gonna pull up. I said, okay. That's fine, and I hung up the phone. So basically, after that or whatever, when I said, gave my brodies the plates or whatever, and I told them what happened, and I said, I'm about to go down there. Y'all can go ahead and eat your spaghetti. I'm gonna go down there by myself. So, you know what I'm saying? They was like, no, we about to go with you because we don't know if she gonna try to jump you, whatever, woo. So I'm like, oh, okay, all right. So we basically hopped down there, y'all. We went down there or whatever. So when I went down there or whatever, I had checked like 2 different places or whatever, because that's where she be at. Well, that's where she was at the time. So I was like checked right there, and I asked people. I said, "Have y'all seen someone so whatever?" They was like, "No, she's not even right here." I was like, "Oh, why?" So I went to the next, like not the next block, but like the end of the street, and I was like, "Do y'all know so and so? You know, it's flip flop right here." They were like, "No." And then somebody said, "Oh yeah, I seen her. She went across the street to go and woo woo woo." So I'm like, "Oh, okay, I got you." So I went across the street and went into that little basement area. And then y'all, as soon as I went down there, she looked at me like she seen a ghost. She was just like she ain't expecting to pop up down there. So I was like, I said, "Oh, you ain't expect me to pop up for real, huh?" And she was like, "Girl, nobody got time for you. Like, I'm not gonna fight you. I'm not gonna fight you." I'm like, "Oh no." I said, "I want to fight. I want to fight because you told about my parents." I said, "Everything else you were saying was cool." I said, "You told about my parents, and then on top of that, I said I should have been fought you because you said that you played my brother. But now, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm really about to, yeah. So what's up?" So after that, whatever, y'all, she just kept saying she not gonna fight me, she not gonna fight me, woo woo. So I'm like, "Oh, okay." I said, "I still wanna fight though." I said, "I'm not gonna hit you first." I said, "I'm not gonna hit you." You know what I'm saying? So I said, "I'm not gonna hit you, but I do wanna fight though because you said no, you was talking about all that." She was like, "Oh, okay." I said, "You wanna fight?" She said, she was like, "You wanna fight?" I said, "Yeah." And she said, "Okay." So she started dropping her bag and stuff. So that's when the building, whoever he is, came out and he's talking about something. "Y'all need to stop all that ruckus or that yelling. Get out, get out, get out." So I'm like, "Okay, whatever." So we walk out, whatever. So I'm like, "You still trying to fight?" I said, "You still trying to fight?" So that's when she was like, "Yeah, I'm still trying." She said, "Yeah, you want to fight? You want to fight?" She said, I ain't gonna back down. I ain't gonna back down." So I'm like, "Okay." So I stepped up to her and I was like this, like close to her. I said, "I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight." I said, I said, I wasn't gonna hit her first. I said, that was my main thing. Cause she's that person to be like, "Oh yeah, if she hit me first, so I defended myself." No, I said I wasn't gonna do that. I would say I'm just gonna get close enough for you, because some people is like, not some people, but it's like once you get close enough to a person or whatever, like close enough to where you in a bubble, then they could touch you. You know what I'm saying? But like that's what I just got close enough to her where, you know, she could touch me. So I got close enough to her. And then the first thing she did, she didn't even swing out. She maced me. That's the first thing she did. She maced me. And that was my first time ever getting maced, y'all. You know, and I was a little like, damn. I was a little caught off guard. But it was kind of like it was my fault because I wasn't paying attention to her hands. I was paying attention to like the upper area, like because I was in her face. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I was just mad. And when I'm mad, I don't pay attention to, you know, a whole bunch of stuff. I don't pay attention to everything under the sun. I was kind of just like, you know what I'm saying, like, I'm mad right now. She pissed me off, so I'm just gonna try to get her to fight me. And you know, yeah, which I probably should have done. But you know, now that I think about it, kind of stupid. But it's like, I'm not fighting you for no reason. I'm fighting you because you disrespect my parents. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you know, it's not like you don't know. Like, you know they passed away. So like, that was dead wrong. And then also, I'm fighting you for my brother because he can't even fight you. Like, you're a female. Like, my brother, he can't fight you. You know what I'm saying? You a female. He said he wasn't even gonna put his hands on you. He said he not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you lied on his name. You know what I'm saying? So I'm fighting for him too. You know what I'm saying? So after that happened or whatever, she maced me. So I ain't back down. I ain't try to run. I was just like, you know, fighting or whatever. And I kind of pushed her off because I couldn't see. So I was like, hold on. Pushed her. And I was like, you know, wait a minute, Paul. I really can't see y'all. So now, I was like, I said, was trying to hold like a G, y'all, but you know the tears was coming, so I was like, hold on. So she tried to hit me again or whatever, and I'm not gonna lie, I felt somebody come up behind me or whatever. I felt somebody come up behind me, so I kind of like try to move or whatever, but I ain't weave it or whatever. She didn't hit me though. When she hit me, she kind of like, it's like when you trip and you push somebody. So she tripped, she pushed me or whatever, and then she talking about something. I hope that be blind because, oh yeah, I forgot when we was fighting or whatever. Her pimple stick or whatever, he had punched me like he tried to jump me, like he punched me when we was fighting. So when that happened, my brothers or whatever, they was like, "Don't be hitting inside." So they had jumped in, y'all. It was a mess. So they had jumped in or whatever, and they started fighting Pimple Stick. And as soon as they hit Pimple Stick, like he started like backing up and stuff as soon as the guys hit him. Or my whole thing is though, why you try to hit a female, but when a nigga try to fight you, you talking about something, "No, I don't want to fight. Whatever." So after be at 4, I had ended up getting some milk or some water. They put that in my eyes or whatever. So the neighbors, they talking about something. oh, are you about to like, are you okay? Are you good? I said, yeah, I'm good. I said, I want to fight. I said, I want to fight because that wasn't, no, because that wasn't no fair fight. Like, you know what I'm saying? I said, I still wanted to get my ones. Like, I wasn't finished. Like, yeah, we got like half a round, but I wasn't done. I wasn't finished. Like, I wasn't finished. I said I wasn't done. So after that or whatever, y'all, I grabbed my composure. My eyes is good. Took me about a good like 15 minutes, y'all, for my eyes to be okay. So I had like 15 minutes, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, good. I said, I want to fight. So we go back over there, run back across the street. She hiding, y'all. She hiding behind this building or whatever. And I'm over here like, come out. Because I couldn't even go inside the building because I don't stay right there. And that type of building, like, if you don't stay right here, you can't come in type stuff. Unless somebody, you know, lives there and they invite you in. But other than that, you can't come right there. So I'm over here like, you know what I'm saying? I want to fight. Come out. Because she's behind the building. She's behind the fence. So I'm just trying to come out. I say, you want to mace me? But she don't want to fight me one-on-one. So it was her, Pimple Stick, and like his homeboy or whatever. So my brothers, they basically like, you know, they said they want to see Pimple Stick because it was like you hit her or whatever, and she didn't even see you hit her type stuff. And he's talking about some, no, because she hit my baby, she hit my girl, whatever. So that's when they was like, bro, we don't care about none of that, whatever. They talking about some, nah, they say you wrong, they say you should have to jump. So that's when, or whatever, that's when, they started squaring up, they started fighting or whatever, and that's when it was like almost getting done fighting, they were trying to pull each other off. So then that's when, Flip Flop, she tries to go and hurry up and like, I don't know how to say it. She tries to jump my brother. So when I seen her do that, you know, I started squaring up with her. I was basically like, you know what I'm saying? I said, don't jump my brother, you know what I'm saying? I said, don't jump my brother. So she talking about something what? So she just looking at me or whatever, and then I just hit her because y'all was mad. Like I still wanted to fight. Like I was mad. I wasn't done. So y'all, we get the wrecking or whatever. That was a fair one. So we got the wrecking or whatever. When we get the wrecking, when we get the wrecking, I had swung her or whatever. So cause she was like, she kept grabbing my head. So when she grabbed my head, I had swung her so you get off of me, and we just still wrecking like that. And then they had ended up pulling her off. When they put her off again, somebody picked me up, and I tried to kick her, but I couldn't do that one. I couldn't do that one. So after that, y'all, we had did that again. I had tied my head back up or whatever because my goddamn bonnet came off. And y'all, she stole my bonnet. Because my bonnet, like, it had fell because I had my bonnet when I was fighting. And it fell off my head, and she stole it. Like, she took it. And I'm like, over here, like, girl, if you wanted the bonnet, you could have just said that. Like, it'd been on my head and everything. Like, girl, okay. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, whatever, we had broke apart. And I was basically like, I still want to fight. I said, I'm not done. So she talking about something, I'm done. I said, no. I said, I'm not done. I said, no, I'm not done. I said, you disrespectful. So meanwhile, while we was fighting or whatever, somebody had called Leprechaun, and then somebody had called Brody or whatever. And they had called them. They was like, they on their way. So they had came like way after the situation happened because it was this other girl that was with them or whatever. So she was like recording. She wasn't recording, but she was like on, I think, my phone or whatever. And she was on FaceTime with Brody or whatever. And she was showing him like what was going on. And he was like, let me see. So she was showing him what was going on or whatever. And he was basically like, oh my God, dang, you know, stuff like that. So that's when he was like, on my way. So they had came afterwards or whatever. And we were just like, they gone, they left, whatever. We don't know where they went, but they gone. So he was like, all right. And he was just like, next time we see them, it's just, you know, it's just going to be a problem. It's going to be an issue. We just going to have to scrap it out, wreck it out. So after that situation, like, we just completely cut, we had completely cut Pimple Stick off. Or at least I did. I cut Pimple Stick off, and I cut Flip Flop off, and I to this day, I don't talk to them because I don't mess with them. So it is what it is, because I really just feel like, you know, this all could have been avoided if you didn't lie. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm kind of glad she did, because I see the type of person she is now. You know what I'm saying? I saw the type of person she is. So I'm like, oh, okay. God showed me how he was for a reason. So I'm going to take what he said into consideration. I'm going to go ahead and exclude myself from you. So, but I'm glad she kind of showed her true character, because I'd have been pissed off if we was friends for like 5 years down the line, you know what I'm saying? And then she do that. Like, I'm glad you did it in like the first, you know, half a year. So that was good. That's it. That's all for this story time, y'all. Make sure y'all give me a thumbs up. Make sure y'all comment. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all share. everywhere to your mom, your granny, the nigga down the street, the girl down the street, you know what I'm saying, everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all share, like, comment, subscribe, all that. But if y'all want to see me do some more videos like this one, just let me know. Just say it in the comments, you know what I'm saying? I'll probably do it anyways, but, you know, just let me know. Probably do it anyway, but I really hope y'all enjoyed this video. I really hope y'all liked it, this story time. And I might have stumbled a bit, and I might have forgot a couple parts only because this did happen like a while ago. But that's it. That's all for this story time, and I'm gonna see y'all again. Yeah, I'm gonna see you next story time. So, bye.